Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. You're growing leaps and bounds, but you're also growing gently at the pace that's right for you. There's more that's going on behind the scenes that your physical eyes aren't seeing, but you will be made aware of this growth, of this abundance at just the right time. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. I'm seeing like little helpers, like fairies and beautiful energies doing work behind the scenes. They're like sweeping, they're cleaning things, like they're getting ready for something for you. They're preparing something for you. Almost like, isn't there something like that in Beauty and the Beast? Where, you know, like the little teacup and all that, they're like doing stuff. Be I guess, be I guess. Yeah, put our magic to the test. They said your magic is tested and true. What are you doing, beautiful being? Whatever it is, it's great. I heard it's real good. I'm looking at my sun poster. Wow. I'm hearing you light up a room. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. This is card 41. You might see 4s and 1s, 411, 14, 444, 111. Okay, this is your crown chakra. You've reached the max. Okay, so there's something here. You've reached the max of what you can do where you are. You're expanding now. I heard you've tapped out. That means like when you're done, but you're ready to move on to the next challenge now. We're preparing you for the next challenge. What is this? What is this, Spirit? What is this? There's somebody with hostilities here. Divine says that they weren't a worthy opponent. What? There's somebody who wasn't a worthy opponent? I don't know. What's this hostilities, Divine? Anxiety. On the fence. Oh, that's not you tapping out. Somebody else tapped out. Somebody else tapped out. They're anxious now. There's somebody who was trying to combat you, but now every time they try to do something, they're met with anxiety. They have to stop. They have to stop. You're the champion. Okay, now that could have been before in I'm hearing in combat. So there's somebody who has been presenting warfare for you. You may have gone through some spiritual warfare. I'm hearing a series of spiritual warfare, okay? You may have felt like you wanted to tap out, but you are the victor. You are, somebody's name could be Victor. You are the winner. You are the conqueror. And so There's somebody who was not a worthy opponent. Every time they try to come up against you now, they are filled with anxiety. This is them. They're like biting their nails. They're pulling their hair. There's some kind of, there's something that they do out of nervousness. But they have to stop. What else is coming through here, Spirit? Yeah, there's somebody here who was coming up against your love, something with you in your life. With love, you have Angel of Love here, and financial constraints. So whoever this was that was coming at you with some hostile energy, they're being met with financial constraints now. There are doors that they can't open. They tried to ruin something for you on your path regarding love. Please. Oh. Yeah. There's somebody around you who's definitely feeling fearful. Maybe they've come to the understanding that they are not a worthy opponent because they wanted to fight you. I'm also getting that with this 7th chakra card and the Angel of Love, you never wanted to fight anybody anyway. Maybe that's why you wanted to tap out. You saw the hostility and you were just like, no, like, why do we have to do this? But you are the victor anyway. You won. What about these hostility, Spirit? Blender, yeah. There was somebody who came into your life trying to bring disruption, chaos, and negative change. You're about to have a new routine. Or there's something that's going to be added to your routine. Your routine is going to shift a bit. Something's going to change about your routine. I'm seeing something, because this is blender. It's like something's going to be blended into your routine. Seasoning, balance, effort, and reward. You're receiving a reward for your effort to achieve balance. That's why you didn't want to fight anybody. Why is it that this person who came up against this beautiful being is now anxious? Oh, bedroom on the fence. The first thing that came to my mind was that they may have contracted something. Take that as if it resonates, okay? They feel like this is their punishment for the negative energy they were sending you. But also there's something about a relationship. They're not able to attract in love. There's something that is off balance about their relationship or their ability to attract intimate relationships. They don't have any, I'm hearing chutzpah. I think that's Yiddish. It came through in a reading a long time ago. Somebody said their grandma said that word. I think it's Yiddish, but it means like courage. They're afraid. This person is afraid to put themselves out there. Why are they afraid to put themselves out there? They said you need another deck. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Why is this person afraid to put themselves out there, Spirit, regarding this bedroom situation? Oh, they're trying to break cycles. Okay, this could be a person who's used intimacy, or, you know, true intimacy is divine, but they've used their passionate energy, their sexual energy to try to control or manipulate. And so they're trying to break cycles, or either they're just finding that they're, so yeah, I'm gazing into my Pluto poster. There's something that has come to an end for them. You know, Pluto can also be that scorpionic energy that can be not only the energy of death, but diseases as well. Yeah, they've been wearing a mask. They're trying to hide something that's going on in their world. There's a relationship in this person's life that's ended. They see that you're unbreakable. You have this inner toughness. You've endured hardship. You've endured the hardship that they have sent your way. You've maintained strength throughout adversity. This could also be that this person is not able to get you into the bedroom. That energy has been coming through in a few readings. Somebody trying to get you into the bedroom when they know that they are not being real. They're anxious that you know this. They're anxious that you know their tricks. 1111 on the timer. Please clarify more, Spirit. Yeah, there is divine intervention. So somehow this person, either they tried to do a love spell or they were trying to, and I heard that in another reading, was come to me. Come to me. That's a spell people can do for, but they've been hit with something. I keep seeing like, okay, this is a nice, powerful, kind of friendly looking sky. Okay, it reminds me of the crown chakra, which came through. You are protected by divine intervention because you are connecting with spirit. That's why Archangel Uriel came through with the crown chakra energy, okay? Also, that's card 41. That's like 444 that's coming through. Also 411. You're getting information. You're getting divine downloads that are letting you know that this person is trying to come to you. Trying to... The word that came through was inject their energy into your realm. And you're not having any of that because you know that there's some demons that come along with whatever it is that this person is bringing. And you're not about that life, okay? Yeah, you've broken cycles and they're being guided by the divine to break the cycles that they're trying to keep you in and the ones that they have maintained for their own energy. This unbreakable card, it's like they know that they cannot get past you. They know that they cannot get past you. They can't get past your force field. And we're in minute 13. The energy of death. They know that it's over. You've gotten a status upgrade. You're not even bothered about this person. You're making new achievements. This has improved social standing, which I don't get that you're really truly concerned about that, but what I am getting is that there are beings that could have been attached to this, whoever this is. And they were like kind of looking at you in a certain way, but now your achievements are undeniable. There's no way that anybody could look. They don't have to like you. They don't have to, you know, want to be up in your energy, but they cannot deny that you're happy. They cannot deny that you are doing what's right for you. And the reason why some of these people know that they can't approach you is because there's divine intervention that's protecting you. You're so connected with spirit. There might be beings that are leery of something. They don't understand what you do, and so they're like not approaching you, but they're watching you from afar, and they're like, they see your success. They see that you're shining in a different way. Yeah, your joy is undeniable. Your shine is undeniable. What else does this beautiful being need to know, Spirit? Yeah, because you're not looking at anybody else. That's a key to this upgrade that you've had. They said this is the challenge. Okay, so you know at the beginning, they said we're moving you on to the next challenge. It's all about you. Your focus is on you. They're saying whatever whispers you might be hearing of competition or chaos, it's nothing but nonsense. It's all you. You're the focus. It's you and your relationship with the divine. That's the upgrade. That is the only thing that you're focused on now, is your connection with spirit. So in other words, what divine is saying is that something has moved out of the way. Whoever that was that's now tapped out, they're like, I can't take it anymore. There's some chaos that has been moved out of your way. And this chaos brought a tower at some point. We're in minute 16. Ashe, thank you, Spirit. Is there anything else we need to know about this lustful energy, or this person who was coming in with a poker face? They're watching you become an overnight success. They're watching your, look at this, look at you. That's their motivation. That's why they wanted to come in like that. Because they see your status upgrade. They see your success. I'm hearing, like a moth to a flame, burned by the fire. My love is blind, don't you see my desire? Okay, they trying to play Janet Jackson and whatnot. And you know, that's a very sensual song. That's the way love goes. But this person is not offering love. And you know that. 1717 on the timer. Yeah, you've ghosted them. And what I'm getting is that you ghosted them appropriately. Because when you tell a person that you're not interested, or you make it very clear somehow, whether you wrote it or said it or whatever, you appropriately communicated. I'm getting that you set a boundary. Yeah, because at some point you communicated to this person something, and they saw it, but they didn't want to stop there. They wanted to keep going. And so really what's coming through here is ghosting is just you focusing on you, you choosing you. There could be someone who has said here that you cut them off, or that you ended something prematurely, but you absolutely did not. You did what you needed to do. And that's what has allowed you to secure the bag. Now what I'm getting is that there's somebody here who went elsewhere because they thought that they could secure a bag elsewhere. They thought that they could get support or financial come up with someone else. And so they went elsewhere to secure a bag. But meanwhile, while they were gone doing their thing, you were securing your own bag. And that's why somebody is trying to come back now. They're on the rebound. And they're begging for forgiveness. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. This person might cry. You don't owe them a thing, not even a tissue. Yeah, I wouldn't entertain it because it feels like theater. Theater. A performance. Thank you, Spirit. What else needs to be known? What does this beautiful being need to know about this situation? What needs to be made clear? Ooh, the way that popped out. Oh, plays the villain. Misunderstood and mischievous. Acts tough but has a soft heart. Playful. Embraces being antagonist. You know what? All I'm seeing here is like a wolf. Like the wolf. Isn't that the Three Little Pigs? I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. So there's somebody who could be threatening to enter your physical space. They could be saying that they're going to come to your home, or they could be trying to do that. I'm not getting that you should take that lightly. However, there's no need to be afraid. The most important thing here is to stand your ground. If this person sniffs any, if they sniff and they sense any fear, that's when they would act out. That's what I'm hearing. That's when they'll act out, is when they sense fear or hesitation. So if this person contacts you and you entertain a text or a phone call or something like that, that's when they would be like, they would think that they have a foot in the door, and they would start to play in your energy. I'm hearing if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Don't even give them an inch. Okay? Spinning the truth. Yeah, there's somebody here who's very desperate. They want to get back in. Storytelling that disguises uncomfortable facts to avoid accountability or influence perception. This person is not willing to take accountability. They're playing games. And I'm hearing that if you were to allow them back in, they would play games. That's all they can do at this point. That's all they are willing to do, is play games. The white van. There's something about this person that makes you, it's like you know it's off. And you're right. This person could have been involved in some illegal activity. They try to remain inconspicuous, but they do have evil intent. Do what you need to do to protect yourself, beautiful being. Okay? If you need a restraining order, get a restraining order. If you need to contact law enforcement, then do that. Do what you need to do to protect yourself. Yeah. This person pretends to be nice, but everything that they present about themselves is a lie. High value was in reverse. They present themselves as high value, but they are absolutely replaceable. They are not irreplaceable. There's something that they're saying that they bring to the table. They might be saying that they are worth more than what they are. You could look at that from different aspects. You know, if they're saying, oh, I've changed, I'm taking accountability, this and that and the third. Okay? They are not bringing value to the table in that way. And also if they're saying that they are, maybe they didn't have a job, maybe they weren't employed, maybe they weren't taking care of their responsibilities, they're still not, because they're lying about being high value. But what it is that they see your high value, and so they're so attracted to that because they feel like it would be a free ride for them. This person is hoping to catch you at a moment where you're very like unassuming of what's going on. But the thing about it is that you're being called to focus on what's right for you. What you're meant to do. Creatively, with your healthy connections, that's what you're being called to focus on. There's already some sort of like awareness, a level of awareness. 2444, you're protected. Also, if you have a divine connection, that is also protected. Spirit is saying that the way you protect your connections is regulating your emotions. Don't allow any frustration that you might feel with this person or with anybody else to seep into your connections with other beings, because those are blessed, those are divine. So if you catch yourself being angry about something, just bring awareness to that anger, but don't allow that anger to infect other aspects of your life. Also, don't try to repress the anger. You can transmute it. You can create, you can clean, you can go punch a pillow, you know, but bring awareness to the anger that you feel, because if this person is trying to contact you, that might bring up some feelings of anger, which is completely understandable. But don't allow that to infect other aspects of your world, because this is just one little bit that is fading out. I'm hearing it's being phased out. This person is tapping out. They can't take it anymore. They're extremely anxious about what you've got going on. There's something you're doing that you're receiving public attention for, public praise. Okay, so this is the card, Eye of the Storm. It's also card 19, which is the sun energy. So there's something about something in the public that whoever this is that's trying to come back into your realm, they have, there are eyes on them. There's also something that they've become aware of that's a problem that they're doing because of all the noise. I'm hearing all the hubbub surrounding them. What else does this beautiful being need to know, Spirit? Yeah, you're seeing clearly. You're extremely wise. You are not seeing fog or distortions, or if there is fog that people are trying to use to surround a situation, you're able to see through it. Your third eye is balanced. You know what you're seeing. Anything else, Spirit? Somebody wanted you to, they wanted to make a bad deal with you regarding some sort of lie about how they could bring wealth your way or bring some sort of, I'm hearing there was a cover-up. There was a cover-up. We've got double agent here, pretends to work for one while working for the other. There are people who were on the side of this person trying to come into your world. They were teamed up with them, but they were acting like they were not. They were acting like they were on your, working to your benefit. They were saying that they were praising you, like, not like, oh, praising you, but like, you know, oh, you're doing a good job. They may have been telling you something like that, but really they were working behind the scenes to, I'm hearing, to hack something. Please tell us more about this situation, Spirit. What needs to be known? Yeah, you're enlightened about something, but also somebody else. Okay, you became enlightened about a bad deal, about something that someone wanted to do behind your back with someone that they knew you weren't okay with. They knew that you did not trust. But also they are realizing something about this situation. Yeah, you're moving on to calmer waters, to a place of peace with the Six of Swords here. I'm hearing you don't have time for them. You don't have time for them. Two of Cups and Page of Swords. Someone is watching, observing a relationship in your life. I'm hearing they're watching like a hawk. Who's got time for all that? Like, really? Who's got time for all that? They said pull from here. One from there. Okay. Somebody's health is in trouble because they were dating somebody that they had no business dating. They're now uninterested in whoever it was that they were with before, but they're being dishonest, perhaps about their health. They're trying to present themselves as a part of your tribe. They're coming to you with kisses. But really, they bring a heartbroken energy. And Divine is saying, bring out that axe. Cut those cords. Spiritually speaking. Okay? Also here, there could be someone in this mix who was supporting this person who was working against you, or like, it's the person who's trying to come back now. These people were working with them. There could be someone who's in separation energy, breakup energy. They feel abandoned. Yeah, once again, separation energy. It's just a matter of time. The clock is ticking. There's somebody presenting themselves as unified, but they're not. They worked too hard against you. All the separation energy they were bringing to you. Okay, they could have been bringing something to your door. Bringing to you. I wanted to say sending you. They could have been sending something in the mail too, but they also could have been bringing something to you. That energy has returned to them. I'm seeing a boomerang. They aimed at you, but every time they aimed at you, they were truly aiming at themselves. It just took time for that energy to go back to them, but we're here. That's what I'm hearing. We're here. Yeah, they are not balanced at all. This could be a Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. There could be Sagittarius energy here, but it's in the reverse. So they don't know their left from their right. They're not able to alchemize. They're not able to balance anything, because all of the magical power that this being, or this quote-unquote tribe, it could be a group of people, had, they used it to spew evil your way. And so the Divine is not blessing that. They were very, very dishonest, but also they're being dishonest about this imbalance of energy. They want this tribe, okay, this quote-unquote tribe, is being very dishonest about their lack of temperance, because temperance came out in the reverse. Okay. Also, that was their goal, was to shake things up for you. You're the star, though. Here you are. You're the star. Nothing will change that, because you're on your path. As long as you remain on your path, you will remain as the star. That temperance there is yours. There could be a Sagittarius in this group, but you embody that energy of the Sagittarius, of Jupiter. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. This is fortune. This is good luck. This is spiritual wisdom. This is expansion. That energy is with you. 3344, you are protected in whatever, I'm hearing discombobulation was going on within a group. This double agent card is like, I don't know, it's creeping me out. But also it was on top of this 7th chakra card, which is letting me know that they were working, they were playing both sides in order to access your crown chakra, your spiritual wisdom, your connection to the divine. They wanted that for themselves. Yeah, but justice is here. The scales are being balanced. Ma'at is in his house, and she's not playing. And you know, Amit, that's the energy of Amit as well. Okay? Bringing justice. Yeah, that energy doesn't play. I'm hearing the scales are being balanced. Ready or not, here I come. I'm balancing the scales. That's Amit. Ashe Amit. Nine of Wands, you're courageous and brave. I'm hearing you've got everything you need, beautiful being. You're shining and growing. You're shining and growing. It doesn't matter what clouds they were trying to fill your sky with. You're still the star. It's who you are. Also, the star was just there on top of Six of Swords. So as the star, you're moving on to calmer waters. Ashe. Seven of Wands. Yeah, there's like a wall around you. Because as I was pulling this, I was thinking about the energies around you. Is there anything that needs to be known? Because I feel like you are putting up whatever boundaries are needed at this time. I'm getting like, I'm feeling air in my chest. Like, it's like the air is changing. You know when a storm comes through? The storm came through, but when a storm comes through and it's like, you're about to see something. My owl flipped around and that owl card came through saying that you have clear vision. You're about to see something. You're about to get wind of something, because I'm getting the energy of wind. It's like, I was getting the vibe of when a storm comes in and the temperature drops. And it's like there's, you know, you may have been outside in a sundress and cute little sandals, and then it's like the temperature drops and it gets a little windy and it's about to rain, and you're like, ooh, there's somebody who's getting left out in the cold. And also, they're not ready for a change that's about to happen. What does this beautiful being need to know about the current energy? Three of Wands, Nine of Wands, and Chariot. Yeah, you're being called to move forward. If there's something that you've been hesitating with because of somebody trying to be in your energy, or like, just move forward. Three of Wands. And also be selective about what you're viewing. That's coming through. Like, she's seeing a beautiful landscape there. Also, she's looking at the possibilities with her ships coming in. So be very selective about what you give your thought energy to, okay? This gives you the courage that you need. Also the protection. Your thought energy is a huge source of protection. Don't allow any projections from this being to shift your focus. You're on the Chariot, and the path that you're on leads to success, which really, as long as you are at peace, feeling grateful and joyful, and you have what you need, you are already successful. You're only going to expand and experience more success, okay? But you're already successful, beautiful being. That's very important. Two of Cups. What about this Two of Cups, Spirit? Because it could be a divine energy, or it could be, they're saying pull from this love deck. Oh, we've got unconditional. Now, even good love is conditional, and I'm saying that because in no relationship should we ever put up with any sort of harmful treatment or consistently abusive or harmful or neglectful treatment. Sometimes there's a lesson that a person needs to learn, and they have to correct a pattern that they have maybe learned from back in the day, maybe from childhood, or maybe from a previous relationship, or maybe they have to get in touch and in tune with their own self-love. But this is a beautiful love that has nothing to do with that other being. I mean, everything is connected, right? But whatever you've been through with this messiness, this toxic group, or these toxic beings, that has only strengthened you for a beautiful love connection that is the love that you deserve. Okay, there's something here about getting what you deserve. Tradition and guardian. Okay, create traditions for 2. Continuing the flame of love. There are things that you can do with a beautiful being that you enjoy spending time with. Something that you both enjoy. It might be, it might involve going outdoors, being in nature. I'm seeing mountains here. I'm seeing a lake. You might do something as simple as go to a park together, or have some tea together, or some coffee. But you're definitely close to each other, sharing physical space with one another. There is a guardian that protects your love. And also, you both work to guard each other's hearts as precious treasures. I'm getting that this has been coming through to me in meditation, so I'm going to share it because this card triggered it. But you know how there's a lot of information out now on, like, especially for women, on attracting a provider, and which there's nothing wrong with 4141 on the timer. There's nothing wrong with a being providing for you, okay? But there is some information out there that would lead a person to attract a relationship that's not truly a relationship. It's a situation, and it's based on finances. It's based on just provision, okay? You're beyond that. This love connection is beyond that. So the advice that you hear about very situationship type of situations, that's not going to work for this. This is divine love. This is divine union that is supported by spirit, okay? So there might be some of that advice regarding self-love and self-care and taking the time to honor yourself that will apply. But when it comes to how you interact with this being right here, it's not going to be those games and things that any of those videos or any of that content that's geared towards relationships like that, where the main focus is just to find somebody who will pay your bills. That's not going to work with this kind of love. This is divine. This is not about a situationship. This is a relationship where you are relating to one another. This is about true intimacy. And if you want to know what kind of things will support you on that journey with a divine union, it's things that truly teach you to love yourself. Things that teach you to truly open up and sincerely communicate with another being. About healthy attachment styles, things like that, okay? That's just coming through because that kind of information, sometimes the things that I see coming through, like the content that hates on men, or there's content out there that hates on women as well, it's like, it doesn't help us. You know, it doesn't help us. As long as something is helping us to understand one another, that's the goal, but not to hate each other. Because there are men out there who do evil, and there are women out there who do evil. And yeah. But anyway, there is a guardian who I'm hearing serves to protect your love. So that is the job that this guardian has taken on. This could be an ancestor. I am seeing ancestral spirits from both of you all's lineages. joining together to support you. And this happens when there is, I'm getting like twin flame vibe, but like the real thing, okay? Where there's something that has come into balance, come into harmony here. And it does feel like whatever this was that you went through, perhaps they experienced it as well, your person experienced this as well. And so there's something here that has created a shift for you to love, honor, and cherish one another, okay? That could be why this other being was coming in to try to reel you in with lust, because they're scared. They see that you're, look at this, you got here, like, that's the dream. And it's protected too. That's the dream. They just want to come in and I heard clean house. Oh, you know what that reminds me of? Is like, I'm thinking like Home Alone. Like those burglars that came in and they would just take their sacks and then just get everything. This person wants to clean house, but they want to do that energetically. They see all of the goods that you have created. I'm talking about your energy. I'm talking about your relationship. I'm talking about your success. All of this wealth. It's not just money. It's all, you have wealth on all levels. They see this. They want to come in just like the burglars in Home Alone. There's something significant there. Maybe they want to get you home alone. So like maybe if your person is traveling or something, they're hoping to get you while you are home alone. No. No. And they want to clean house. They want to gain access to all that you've built. But they will not. You are divinely protected. But I love that Divine is bringing through this message just to confirm for you, because if this is your reading, you already know what's up, you know what I mean? But it's just confirming for you that you are absolutely not crazy. You know exactly what's going on. You know exactly what's going on. And you know you can pick up on this energy that's trying to hover, but it really is like at the beginning of the reading, it was that they've tapped out. So you know what this feels like? They were more than likely attacking before, because that's the first vibe that was coming through, was like attack, but now they've tapped out. And you know that happens with narcissists. Once they feel like you have it all, once they feel like you're not paying them any attention anymore, you focused on yourself, and you've chosen to win and just build your energy and build your empire, which is whatever you love and adore, then they come crawling back and they are so desperate to get into your world, but they try all the, I'm so sorry, whatever it was that you wanted before, I'll get you that now, I'll be that now, I'll say that now, I'll say whatever you want to hear me say. It's all of that. But I kept getting the vibe before of theater. Like this person is putting on a show. But don't entertain it. And that is your major source of protection there, is remaining in your chariot and focusing on what you are here to do, focusing on your emotional regulation, keeping high vibes with your relationships, your connections, that real, authentic, loving energy, and not giving any being from the past that was with this toxic stuff, because we got double agent. There are several people that you have to do this with. It's not just the one. It's whoever was working with them. Because they still came through as a double agent. They still came through in that vibe. Don't give them an inch. Because if you did, they would try their best to take a mile. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. Oh, I'm so grateful. And thank you for protecting this beautiful being and their path and their journey. Thank you, beautiful being, for taking the time to tune in. I am so grateful and I love you so much. I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.